Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. All right, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of the best ways to help you get through these heists in regard to drilling, to hacking the fingerprint scanner, and hacking the keypad with the dreaded blue dots. All right, I'm going to give you guys some strategy, little guides, tutorials, some help, some tips, whatever you want to call it, but to help you guys be successful and get through these heists and get some good money. These heists are fun. They are challenging, but once you figure this stuff out, and hopefully this guide and these tips will help you get this figured out, you're going to make some serious cash with these. Just you and a friend can easily knock these out. All right. First, let's start with the fingerprint hack. This is probably one of the easier ones, definitely easier than the blue dot one that you have to hack to unlock the keypad code or whatever, but it still does give some people some challenges, but it's really simple. Okay, let me explain to you how this works. If you notice in the middle you have a big that's a fingerprint. Okay, that's basically a thumbprint or a fingerprint, and you have to match the designs, the little tile designs on the left with that actual fingerprint. And this is quite simple. You just look for distinguishing characteristics of the thumbprint. For example, the triangle type, kind of like delta little arrows that the fingerprint has, the loops in the middle of the fingerprint. And actually, if you look at your thumbprint, this is exactly what it looks like. It's pretty cool. And so you just kind of match up the pictures. Now look at on the right hand side, there are 6 red squares. Those squares basically represent the amount of attempts that you have. So if you get one wrong, you have to unselect it and then reselect a new one. Then you'll burn one of those red little squares. Now, if you have a poor quality hacker for your heist crew, you'll have less attempts. You'll have just 3 attempts. So you want to give the extra cut to be able to help you out with this, especially when you're learning, when you're first starting out. And then you can go for the NPC crew members that have the poor quality cuts, because you'll know how to do this and you won't have to worry about it. Honestly, for that particular hack, you can get through those pretty quick here. And if you see on the top left hand screen of the screen, that is your time right there. So you should have plenty of time. Again, these thumbprints will have a very unique style. You'll be able to find 2 tiles almost immediately, and then just simply match up the other 2 that are similar. And again, you'll have enough attempts to be able to knock this out. You have to pass typically 3 fingerprint little scans or whatever to get through that actual lock, and you'll be able to take care of it. Now, again, with some of the heists, you can purchase key cards and just walk right through these. That's an extra prep or setup you have to do, or just money that you have to pay to, bypass that. That's up to you. But, if you want to save and maximize your money and get through this, this is exactly what you do right here. These are different, all 3 different thumbprints right here. And you see the first one, I always start with the middle, that little middle squiggly line. That's like a little hook or whatever. That's a very unique one right there. That's easy to find. And so you can start it with that. The little triangle designs that are typically on the bottom of the print, those are very easy to identify as well. And it's simple, and you can get that knocked out. Now let's go talk about the drilling. Now, the drilling on the original heist for the Fleesa job always gives me trouble, but this is actually pretty easy. It's probably the easiest one of the bunch. It's real simple. Don't do what I did at the beginning. I was kind of trying to both feather the pressure of the drill bit and the speed, but don't do that. All right, as you see right here, I burn up the drill bit because it's uneven. I'm going too fast, or I'm pushing too far up on the left joystick. And look up in the left hand corner, it tells you what to do. R2 or the right trigger will be your speed, and the left joystick will be the pressure. What you want to do to pass this, and what you see I'm doing right here, just hold down R2, max out the speed, and then just very lightly push up on your joystick, and you'll fly right through these. It really doesn't take that long. And trust me, if you're trying to feather both or push too hard on the actual drill bit, it will burn it up. So max out the speed, just lightly push up on the drill bit, and it just eats right through the plates in no time at all. Once you get the hang of it, you can probably increase the pressure, I'd say about maybe 5 to 10%, and you'll be okay. That's simple. All right, the blue dots. These are a pain, all right? But there is a strategy and a tactic to get these knocked out. And let me explain. So I'm going to give you a screenshot here real quick. So on this particular hack, these blue dots will flash. And the last 3 times they flash, that is the pattern that you have to memorize. what I've noticed is that it flashes 4 incorrect patterns, and then the last 3 will be the correct pattern that you have to memorize. In addition, the last 3 times that it flashes, you will also get a different sounding beep to go along with the flashing of the blue circles. All right. So at the top right corner, you see I have 3 red squares. Those represent the amount of attempts that I have to get wrong before I fail the hack. Again, this is because I have a poor hacker. The NPC crew member that I selected, I gave him it was the smallest cut, so it's a poor quality hacker, and you don't get as many attempts to fail. All right. So this is what you basically have to do. You have to use your peripheral vision, stare into the center of the screen, and you want to be able to memorize the first 4 of those blue circles. And you do this as a grid, okay? And what I mean by that is think of this as kind of like Battleship, or just the circles are numbers, all right? So each row has 5 circles in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Second row, 5, and so forth. So the last 3 flashes that you see, you just count the circles and call it out. So 3, 5, 3, 5. Those blue dots are in the third on the first column, the fifth in the second column, third in the third column, and fifth in the fourth column. So you get those 4, try and get those first 4 rows, and if you stare into the center of the screen, it'll help out, and it will give you can kind of get an idea of where those next ones will be, and you can get those within the amount of time that it takes for you to all your failed attempts go up. All right. Or you can just get your cell phone out and record some video footage and then just watch it back and pause it. You can do that. All right, that's probably the easiest way to go about it. If you want the challenge, though, just think of each blue circle as a number on each one of those columns and try and memorize as many as you can up front. And then the last ones, as long as you're kind of staring towards the center of the screen, you should be able to pick up in your peripheral vision the last 2 at general location. At least if you do miss 1 or 2, you'll have enough attempts. So that's really the best tips right there. I'm sure we'll have some more stuff coming out, and yeah, man, we'll get this knocked out. But again, a lot of these you can bypass these if you either do the setups, get the key cards. But there's always going to be some kind of challenge. There'll always be something where you have to do these or get it done. And again, I do like to have the challenge and to be able to conquer it without having to just bypass, So anyways, thank you guys so much for coming out to the video. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the Ills and Reels content in the game. Make sure you smash that like button, and you guys stay dangerous, right? We'll see you in the next one. Peace out. Yeah.